What would you do if you came home one day and you found a 21-year-old young man under your 13-year-old daughter's bed? Would you let him leave in peace or let him leave in pieces? We're going to be discussing it right here on the next episode of the Pure Vibez Show. Greetings, family, and welcome back to another episode of the Pure Vibez Show. I'm your host, King Fire. Today, we're going to be talking about a really hot topic, family. A topic that got me a little disturbed. A topic that it seems like the internet is in a debate, in a debacle over. And that is the story of the lady, Kendra Scott from Memphis. If you haven't heard the story, which I'm sure many of you have, it's about a woman that comes home one day and finds her 13-year-old daughter in the house with a 21-year-old young man hidden under her bed. And what she did next might not surprise you.
$100,000, that's the bond for a Southwest Memphis woman accused of fatally shooting a man allegedly found hiding under her juvenile daughter's bed. Kendra Scott was in court today to face a charge of first-degree murder for the death of Rodarius Morton. Braille Brown spoke with Scott's attorneys about their confidence in representing her.
Kendra Scott stood before the judge draped in a Shelby County jumpsuit while her family sat in the gallery for emotional support. Her attorneys say that they believe that the state would have a challenge to pursue a first-degree murder charge. Currently, her bond is set at $100,000.
Well, the challenges I'm seeing are for the state in trying to go forward on first-degree murder charges. You've got a woman who is kind of living out your worst nightmare as a parent.
This is the first time your news leader is getting a look at Kendra Scott in person for her bond hearing. She was also ordered to stay away from the victim's family. Scott is charged with fatally shooting Rodarius Morton at her home along the 3000 block of Travis Road. She reportedly told investigators, quote, "I did what I had to do."
To expect anybody to be able to act in a cool, calm manner, premeditate any sort of action, is just unrealistic. I think even the best of us, the worst of us, any of us, would be acting irrationally given this set of circumstances.
Morton died from a gunshot wound to the back of his head. Investigators say he was allegedly invited to Scott's residence by a juvenile and entered through the back door at 1 a.m. Scott's attorneys say at this moment they are unsure if the state's new stand your ground law will play a part in this case as they await doorbell footage and an autopsy report.
I don't know enough about what led to the actual shooting. I don't know if there was a scuffle. I don't know if it was an accidental discharge. I just don't know.
The juvenile told police Scott previously told her if she saw a boy in the home, she would shoot him.
It's my understanding that Ms. Scott did not know this person.
The daughter.
And I don't know how they met. That's something we'll look into. My guess is that this was somebody who was looking for young people online, and he found a vulnerable 13-year-old, and you know what happened next.
Scott's next appearance in court will be August 3rd. We'll be sure to keep you updated both on air and online. Reporting for your news leader, Braille Brown, WREG News Channel 3.
Wow, family. Just wow. And the point of it is, this is not the first time this young lady has did this before. I think the mother should have took this problem up with the daughter first. But I haven't researched this for myself, but I have seen people talking about it, how this young man seems to be going after young girls, going on young girls' social media pages or whatever have you. So maybe he would have been better if he would have got branded as a you-know-what and then thrown in jail, instead of taking his life. Because listen to me, anybody lay a hand on any one of my youths, I would definitely be willing to do the prison time for it. No problem. But there's still ways of going about doing things the legal way and the wrong way. It's called self-defense because you will be defending yourself in a situation where somebody's trying to take your life or harm your life. But if the story goes the way that it's said, and she told that young man to leave her home, and then when he got outside, she shot him, then that's not a good look, you know, because it doesn't seem like he was a threat at that point. He was complying with what you were asking him to do, so why kill him then? You know, the person that you should have been looking to discipline or deal with is your daughter, especially when we know she has a habit of doing this. She sounds like she might be a fast little girl. You know, I don't want to, you know, judge anybody, but it's plain view. You know, the facts say it all. You know, what the story is saying gives me these details in order for me to say this, so I'm not just jumping to a conclusion here. It just shows a pattern of this young lady's behavior. Why wasn't she with a grandmother or aunt or somebody that could keep a close eye on her, knowing that she's the kind of person or young lady that you can't trust to leave alone? Why wasn't those procedures followed? I don't know. That's really weird to me that the mother would trust this young lady knowing that she has a history of doing this before, and then kill the young man for being invited in the home by your daughter. I think your daughter should have been the one. But had she came home and found that young man trying to harm her daughter or do something to her daughter in an sexual way, then you don't even have to ask me what I would do. I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you, because I'd definitely have to go to the other level of escorting him out the door. I would have escorted him to another realm. You get me? It would have been a whole different party had that been the situation. But once you get there and this young man is hiding out, he's not harming your daughter, he's not being a threat to you, he's complying with what you ask him to do, and you get to the door and then you do that to him. I don't know, I feel that was, you know, I don't know, I feel that was unjustified, and I feel that is why this sister is in the problem that she is in now. It would have been much better if you would have just held him there and called the police, let the police deal with him, let him get booked and documented as a child P, you know, and let that be his justice, you know, and then everybody can live to carry on another day, and then this youth can get what he deserved, and we wouldn't be here right now. But I feel like that sister got so upset, and I don't know if she was upset with him necessarily. I think she was more upset with her daughter, you know, because she knows her daughter is this type of person. And you know what's gonna happen now? The mother's gonna go to jail, and what you think that little girl is gonna be out here doing? Even worse, even more. Hopefully somebody's there to watch over her. Hopefully she have a guardian to safeguard her and to keep eye on her, because if this young lady did that while her mother was around, imagine what she'll do when she's not, you know. And it's just a terrible situation, and it's just one of those situations where emotions beat logic. And I know at the time the mother was in a rage and she felt this was the best thing to do, because as it was written, she even told the police she did what she had to do. So in her mind, she felt this was a justifiable move. It's a real tough situation there, family, a real tough situation. But I wished her the best. But let me know what you would have done, family, had you came home and found your daughter, your 13-year-old daughter, in the house with a 21-year-old young man. And I know some people call him a boy. He's a young man. He's 21 years old. He's a young man, you know. Let me know, family, what you would do. Leave it down in the comments below. Well, family, this has been another episode of the Pure Vibes Show. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, like, comment, share, and subscribe, as it helps your channel to grow and for more people to know. Until next time, family, peace, love, and pure vibes.